I'm Dara Dietz, and today we are going to make something a little bit special. This is a treat that I've been making and playing with this recipe for years. It is a chocolate pudding, chocolate yogurt, whatever you want to call it. I make it using the extra firm silken tofu, 3 bananas, some pitted molesule dates. I've got 9 of them in here, I believe. A half a cup of cocoa powder, a teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, about a half a cup or so of your favorite nut milk, and if it needs it to thicken just a little bit, sometimes I'll add like a half of a teaspoon to a teaspoon of psyllium husk powder, which will thicken it. If you overdo with the psyllium husk, it can pull the flavor out and mess up the flavor. It will thicken it, but it can take the flavor down a little bit. But let's go ahead and put all this together. This is absolutely delicious. I make this on a fairly regular basis, and several of my friends that have been here and have had it with me have said, when are you going to do a video on that so we know how you do it? My easiest way to get these open is I just cut them open. So we're just going to load all this stuff into the blender. Okay. Okay, now we're going to add our half cup of nut milk. For creamier, go ahead and soak your dates overnight. For a creamier pudding, it works really well if you just put the dates in some water and just let them soak overnight and then pit them. You don't pit them before you soak them, you pit them after you soak them. But that will make everything a little more creamy. All right, let's just go ahead and blend this, then we will add the rest. We're now going to go ahead and add our, it's 1/3 to a half a cup of cocoa powder, depending on how chocolatey you want yours to be. I like chocolate. A pinch of salt, and I do mean a pinch. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we'll hold off on the psyllium husk until we see how thin or thick this is going to be. And you will need to scrape down the sides several times during the process, just to make sure everything is mixing well. This is turning out pretty thick on its own. I may not need to add the psyllium husk. All right, let's see what we've got here. One of the reasons I like my Ninja is the blade comes out and makes it much easier for clearing. And you can see how nice and thick this is. And it will thicken a little bit more in the refrigerator. And this is actually a very high protein food that does not have the extra calories. I can tend to enjoy this without guilt or concern that the scales are going to pop up on it. Okay, so what we have here is a really easy, quick pudding, chocolate pudding. And you can see how nice and thick that is. Definitely chocolatey. And it only improves in the refrigerator as it cools and chills well. I would say about an hour in the fridge and then it's ready to go. Or you can have it just like this. Take care, you all. And if you have any questions, check out my blog. This whole recipe will be on my blog.